Why it is important to research apes? Well, apes are the closest living relatives to us.
So they're very similar with us in terms of our social relationships, the way we play, our innovation, curiosity.
The questions we're trying to answer is exactly how much does previous experiences affect cognitive processes in chimpanzees?
What kind of effect do all these experiments that researchers run, sometimes on a daily basis with captive chimpanzees, how does that affect their performance in these experiments? How does it affect their general cognition? And does this mean that we can really generalize findings from specific captive chimpanzees to other captive chimpanzees or the whole species in general? So I thought about these questions a lot after my PhD, and then that's what brought me to thinking about the Ape Research Index project.
It's a large project to quantify experience effects of captive chimpanzees.
So there are some chimpanzees that are tested for 20 years, and then there are some chimpanzees at other zoos that have been barely tested, and therefore it creates this huge discrepancy in research experience. So the first way to address these biases is to document them. It's taken many, many months, but we have gone through all the literature of experiments published with captive chimpanzees worldwide from 1950 to 2024.
We're then entering all of that data extracted from those papers in terms of where have they been conducted, who were the chimpanzees, how old were they at the time of a specific experiment.
And you'll be able to look up Coco and see, oh, Coco has participated in 15 experiments, and we would hypothesize that the ones with more research experience would perform better than the ones with less research experience. And this would provide us with a measure of the effect of this bias on their cognition. It's been a big job. We're not finished yet. So this database will be made open access for everyone. We had identified a bias and had come up with a way to measure it and have an idea for a tool that will help to rectify it. I think the ARI project will really foster confidence in ape research.
I really think that's where all the best ideas are born, by watching and learning from them what they can and what they cannot do. And to me, that was completely the mind-blowing insights to see how similar I felt to these creatures living in such a different environment.
But we could never predict how they're going to act. I spent weeks in my office designing these experiments that I thought were absolutely foolproof, and I would get the exact results that I wanted, and then I would go to the zoo, all excited and motivated, and on the first day, they would destroy my apparatus in a way that I never imagined they could destroy. So when your experiment fails, I think the first step for everyone is to cry a little bit. And then the next day you go back to your office and you talk to other people. Honestly, collaborations are the way forwards in, I would say, every scientific field. And trying to do it alone will just result in more broken apparatuses and more tears. When you tell people that you won the Einstein Foundation Award, it feels like you've won like a Nobel Prize.
I think that has been a great motivation for both of us to engage in the ARI project and see the importance of it. And that really makes this collaboration work so excellent.
So the award has allowed us to create a team of researchers from people from different type of backgrounds that probably wouldn't have the opportunities that they had to join a project like this. It has given me a lot of freedom, which I have appreciated a lot. We need more initiatives like the Einstein Foundation Award in science to really give researchers the freedom to think about their research rather than rushing into studies and rushing into publication. And this is what is going to increase the robustness of science, is to allow researchers the freedom, the time, the space to think about their projects, to make mistakes, and then to create strong science.